Happy to have a few minutes with Mark Cuban, the minority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, and also one of the stars of Shark Tank. You are well respected in the business world, Mark, and you have endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris for president.
Yes,
And
sir.
you've even been on the campaign trail here. You were here in Michigan over the
Yep.
weekend, I know, campaigning in the Grand Rapids area. Why do you think her plans for the economy are better than those of former President Trump?
I think people have the wrong impression of Donald Trump and think that he's a good business person. He's not. I mean, if you just look at his track record, bankruptcies, Trump University, where he ripped off hardworking Americans that had to pay back 25 million, Trump Soho, where he lied about condo valuations, and just recently you think, okay, that's in the past. Had an event where the audio went off. And rather than saying like you or I would, like we work with audio people all the time, right? We know they're just doing their job and grinding it out. He starts saying he's going to fire the person, that he won't pay them. That's not how you treat hardworking Americans. That's just not what real people do. Kamala Harris understands that. She's had her back against the wall, but she's also, even though she's not a traditional business person, she's smart, analytical, pragmatic, and open-minded. And what I mean by that is I can sit, and I actually did the other day, and have multiple times. I'll sit and talk with her about business. We'll talk technology, we'll talk small
We are
business,
the
and you see that
underdog,
in her
and we know
policies.
we have some
There
hard
are
work
33
ahead.
million
But
companies
here's
in
the
this
thing
country.
about us, we like
99
hard work.
plus percent of them are small businesses. And of those small businesses, Mike, 98% of the 99% of the entrepreneurs that own them make under $400,000. With her plan, if you make $400,000 or less, your taxes aren't going up and they just may go down. And for 100 million Americans, they will go down. That's critical for small businesses. That's the whole country when you think about it, right? When you have, 99% of 33 million people, and that's what drives Michigan. Michigan is an entrepreneurial state. Flint is an entrepreneurial city. You're seeing it grow. It's small entrepreneurs that make all the difference. It's small companies that generate 55% of the new jobs in this country. It's small business that creates all the new innovation. There's somebody in Flint, Michigan right now, some 15-year-old kid, some 22-year-old kid that's saying, I got this idea. Hopefully they're watching Shark Tank to learn more about it, but they got this great idea. And Kamala Harris understands that. She wants to make it easier for them to grow their business. She has a $50,000 tax deduction for startup costs. So when you're working on getting your bookkeeping straight, when you're working on if you need a lawyer, if you have to work with a community center to understand how to do a rent or a lease for your business, you can deduct that now. And if you've got a pass-through company where you offset your costs against your personal income, that's just you're going to get a check back at the end of the year and your refund. And so she understands small business. She understands small businesses drive growth. She understands that this is the American dream. You think Donald Trump has ever had to worry about a payroll? You think he's ever slept on the floor at somebody's house because he's broke? Do you think Donald Trump ever had to worry, where the next meal is coming from? If you've never been through that, you don't understand the policies that need to be put in place. And Kamala Harris does that.
You, as a successful business person, can look at how these numbers are playing out. You hear the Republicans say the economy is not working under the Biden-Harris administration. Yet, if you turn on CNBC or Fox
Yeah.
Business Channel, you're looking at a stock market that's at record highs. Unemployment is at near record lows.
Yep.
Retail sales continue to exceed expectations. So where is the truth in the middle of all of this?
Well, look, not everybody benefits from everything. When I was a kid, I was sleeping on the floor, six guys in a three-bedroom apartment starting my business. The economy was supposedly great, and I was eating mustard and ketchup sandwiches. And so I get that not everybody benefits. And so the goal is to really communicate to people. That's why I'm here. I understand businesses. I've invested in hundreds of them. I've been broke. Damon John and Shark Tank calls it the power of broke. When your back's against the wall and you have no direction to go but up. you know, I've told people like, my first towel I stole from Motel 6. I slept on the floor for 9, 10 months. I forget what it was. I understand the power of broke and what it takes for companies to grow and people to fight through the barriers. So does Kamala Harris. For some reason, people think that Donald Trump has been through that. They think that, oh, he's this great business person. And like I said, he is not. He is not a good business people. And I think that's what misguides them. And, with nostalgia, everybody thinks the good old days was always better. And, they call it money illusion. It's an illusion. Kamala Harris is real. Donald Trump is losing it. And that's the difference.
Mark, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and sort of, put a real perspective on some of this that I think people can relate to. And just on a personal note, I have enjoyed watching you on Shark Tank. I'm gonna be sorry to see you go at the end of the
I
season.
appreciate it. Well, I got a whole another season still. We're already filmed it. So we started last Friday. So watch us Friday nights on ABC. And you know what? I did the show because of the American dream. I've helped 1,000 people just in Shark Tank alone become millionaires. And when I sit and talk about what it takes, Kamala Harris, I literally have these conversations. She's like, Mark, what do we need to do to inspire people? She goes, I watch Shark Tank all the time, literally. And she's like, what do we need to do to inspire people to do the same things? That's what guides her programs, things like healthcare programs. Like if you can't get healthcare, you can't start a business. If you do have a business and your employees are sick and their deductibles are too high or you can't help them, you have people not showing up for work. That's why Kamala Harris is working on healthcare programs. Donald Trump says he has a concept. Kamala Harris has said, pharmacy middlemen, we are going to do something about them. We're going to be transparent. I know from my company, costplusdrugs.com, that'll cut the cost of drug prices and start to cut the cost of healthcare by 20, 30% or more. And so I know she's going to have an impact that makes everybody's life better. Donald Trump doesn't even care about your health care. So that's why I'm supporting her. That's the connection to Shark Tank. And that way, for anybody thinking about voting for Donald Trump, for that reason, I'm out. Oh, did I lose you?
It was breaking up just a little bit, but it's all good. I really love the way you wrap that up. Again, thanks for your
I
time. I
appreciate that.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. Keep
All
up the
right.
good work.
Thanks, Mark.
Take
You
care, buddy.
too. Take care.
Bye.